Ken Domash certainly didn't set out to become a country artist. As an architect with his own firm in St. Louis, Ken was quite satisfied with his life until the music bug bit. Now he's got a grassroots campaign to get him on your radio dial by visiting hundreds of radio stations across the country. We had a chance to catch up with Ken to see how a successful architect transitions to a rising country star.
The architecture, I've been doing that my whole life. It was after they told me I couldn't sing in second grade, then my dad decided, you know, Kenny can really draw. So I started to draw and took painting lessons and all this stuff, and the next thing you know, Ken's an architect. But the music, it's just kind of come out of me. I just kind of found it and want to have it for my kids, want to have it for my life, and now it's kind of grown to I want to have other kids be exposed to that. I want other kids to see that, you know, any time in your life, you don't have to just kind of settle for wherever you are. You know, for me, architecture is great, and I love it. I like drawing, I like all that stuff. And then I found music is another kind of architecture. It's an analogy is for architecture, you do it, you have to go in it to really experience it, to feel it. The coolest thing about music is the music gets in you, and then it becomes part of you, and it's there forever. Ding dang darn it. That song was it was a phrase we had in our house. We just walked around, you stub your toe, and it's just like, what do you say? I've got 3 kids, you know, and you know, you have to come up with what can you say that the kids can say, and so ding dang darn it just became that, you know, dang it, and so that's like the worst word in the entire album, you know, ding dang darn it, and I wanted to make sure that the kids could have all their friends listening to it, and didn't know where it was going, just had that ding dang darn it, and then for no reason I started humming the phrase, you know, ding dang darn it, that girl just jumped upon it, and you know, where's that going? You know, you can't really make a song out of that. And then I was, you know, here in Nashville watching an artist. I just love watching people play, and sat back to grab a drink off the bar, and there was a person's boot, literally a boot. Then I looked up, and I'm like, hello. And it was like, dang.
Let's see, how's this gonna sound? You can't even talk now.
There we go. Yeah.
So, if I understand right, Kenny's got the airwaves.
I've learned that to go to a station at 7:30 in the morning, I'm up at like 5:30, and I'm showering, I'm eating by 6, and you're wide awake, you might even work out. Then you play songs like you're at a bar for almost an hour. Then we walk into that station, you might only play for 3 minutes, but it's got to be like your 10th song, and you just kill it. Then you finish, and you hop in your car, and you drive sometimes 6 hours to get to the next radio station, but it's extremely rewarding, and it's the only way, in my mind, that you're going to really get to know the areas, meet the people in radio, and talk to that whole community. I mean, you're just having a conversation with everybody there. You get to play your songs live. I'll play like 2 or 3 songs off the album, and they'll play, right now we have Ding Dang Darn It, and you do it by song. Like we had Countryfied, then you go out and you promote that song, and then you hit the next song, and you're just on a constant cycle. So I'm literally out every other week to every 3rd week on the road doing that, and then I kind of go back and recover and get the car all loaded up with all the stuff, and it's really fun.
When you stopped me cold and said to saddle up, saddle up.
The biggest, most important part of all the matches here, whatever the right phrase is my wife. And I probably ask her every day, you know, am I crazy yet? Am I being too silly? Is this just totally nuts? Because, you know, when you drive that much and you're on the road 10 hours a day and doing that, you kind of have to look every day and go, am I crazy? But it's all crazy good.
Now it's time for our weekly songwriter tip, brought to you by Nashville Songwriters Association International. NSAI is a key resource for any songwriter, either an established star or someone just getting started. This week we sit down with James Dean Hicks as he tells us why it is so important for a songwriter to hear positive criticism.
One of the things that we hate as songwriters is to be criticized. And the thing of it is, you want constructive criticism. So hopefully when you play your songs for someone, they will give you constructive criticism, and they will tell you whether they understood what you were trying to say or what you were trying to convey in your songs and your lyrics. And I try to always make sure that I play them for someone who was going to say something positive to me. I would never play songs for people that are always going to tear you down and say negative things because it doesn't make you want to write anymore. So look for that positive criticism and surround yourself with positive people.
Check out NashvilleSongwriters.com for more information on NSAI. That's about all the time we have for today, but don't forget those new Countryfied discs we have up for grabs from Ken. If you want to enter this week's drawing, you have to email me your mailing address. That's Bailey@InsideMusicRow.com. Now, if you want to get Inside Music Row on your mobile phone for the best in country music at your fingertips, just go to truecountry.tv and get the True Country channel. We're going to leave you today with Ken's new hit, Ding Dang Darn It. Until next time, I'm Bailey for Inside Music Row, and I'll see you again real soon.
I was belly to the bar with nothing to do. When I set my bottle down, it bumped into her boot. Yeah, the next thing you know, I was sitting front row to this crazy all-night hip flinging rodeo. Oh, dang, oh, dang, ding, dang, darn it. Ding, dang, darn it, that girl just jumped up on it. No hesitation, not even a warning. July cheerleaders rooting for the home team. She shoved, she kicked, and then she gave me